Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain, and I'm your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 7-day-a-week, 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. This is day 361 of our trek, and earlier this month we began a detailed series, which we originally introduced in January, called Your Life Plan Blueprint. We have synthesized this information into a 100-page PDF manual workbook, which contains all the forms needed to create and maintain your personal life plan. This is our initial release of the manual workbook, and it is available for download at wisdom-trek.com on the left-hand sidebar of any page. Or if you are listening on your smartphone, you can text the word Life Plan with no spaces to 44222, and your Life Plan Blueprint will be delivered to you in an email. The manual workbook is free during the month of May, so I encourage you to become one of our early adopters so that all the updates will be available to you free also. By the end of 2016, we will have a complete web mobile version available of your Life Plan Blueprint. Thank you so much for coming along with me as we trek through each page. If you'd like to listen to any of the past episodes, please go to wisdom-trek.com to listen to them and to read the daily journal, which contains pages from your Life Plan Blueprint. You can also subscribe to Wisdom Trek at iTunes, Spreaker, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, and Google Play so that each day's trek will be downloaded to you automatically. We are broadcasting from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. Our hawks continue each day on a regular basis to gather food for their chicks. The number of larger prey seems to be increasing, and there appears to be fewer worms and bugs brought in. This would indicate that the appetites of the young are growing as they do. With this year being the year of the 17-year locust in southeastern Ohio, it is providing the hawks and other birds with additional food for this year. God's changes and balance in nature continues to amaze me each day. As a reminder, we are looking at changing the format of our Wisdom Trek on June 1st. Please email me at guthrie@venturecg.com or leave a comment at the bottom of today's journal and let me know if you'd like me to continue Wisdom Trek on a 7-day, 5-day, or 3-day per week schedule. Also, let me know if you'd like any changes in the format of our daily trek. Thank you so much in advance for your feedback. But it is now time to get started on our 23rd day of your Life Plan Blueprint workbook. If you've missed any of the previous days in this series, they are available at wisdom-trek.com. On our trek for today and tomorrow, our trail will cover the 6th and final step of the WESPER framework, which is the review phase. We are taking several days to hike through each step of creating your life plan, and I would encourage you to trek with me through this process and complete the associated forms that are included in your Life Plan Blueprint workbook. If you are following along in the manual workbook, we will explore the 6th segment of review on pages 56 through 58. You can also view this information in the journal for day 361 on wisdom-trek.com. So WESPER step number 6, review. While review is the last phase of the process, it is a continual process throughout your Life Plan Blueprint. As with all the steps of the WESPER framework, the review process is extremely important. Review serves for 2 important objectives, both accountability and feedback. Accountability. Review strengthens accountability to yourself. When you review, you make yourself answerable to your goals. You take ownership of and responsibility for your action. If you don't review, how will you know when you are reaching your goals? This is especially important if your progress is not easily observable, such as how much weight you are losing or how much savings you generated in a month. You can always operate under the assumption that you are on track to meet your goals, but you will never know for sure until you review. Within your Life Plan Blueprint, your 7-year objectives are broken down into small daily and weekly tasks that are easy to track and hold yourself accountable to. Second is feedback. Review is where you get your feedback on everything that you've strategized, planned, and executed. Reviewing lets you understand what's working and what is not working and how you can improve. Without review, you have no clue on whether your actions are leading you toward or away from your goals. You will be stabbing in the dark, blindly repeating the same steps, wondering why you never seem to be getting any closer to your goals. Measuring your progress against your daily and weekly tasks will provide you a continual feedback loop. Under review, step number 2 is the review process. Reviewing occurs from your daily tasks through your 7-year objectives. The frequency of review corresponds to the time frame of your task, goal, or objective. Within many goal-setting systems, the review process does not provide adequate accountability and feedback to make the necessary adjustments throughout the process. Review should be an ongoing process that happens daily with your daily task. It serves as your constant feedback loop on the effectiveness of your actions and their implications toward your outcome. By reviewing daily, you get immediate lessons which then can be incorporated to increase your chances of success. Just like riding a bike, driving a car, or flying an airplane, you are making continual minor course adjustments throughout the entire process. Under the review process, we have a couple subpoints. One is to use your tracking sheets. I recommend establishing your review process from the start of your Life Plan Blueprint using your goal tracking sheets that are included. Within the Wisdom Trek Life Plan course and workbook, we provide you with all the tracking sheets that are needed to properly track your objectives and goals throughout the entire 7-year process. This includes a set for each of the 7 areas of your life. The PDF version of our manual workbook is available for free for anyone to download. Our long-term version is to create a full course along with the online version, and we hope to have this done by the end of 2016, which will be a complete web tracking system. Early adopters to the program will receive free any updates to the PDF version that we make and a substantial discount when we release our online version. If you prefer to create your own tracking sheets, I would recommend using Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets, or OpenOffice. In doing so, make sure you create tracking sheets for the following: statement of your overriding purpose for your life and your primary objectives that support that purpose. Next is the 7-year objectives in each of the 7 areas of your will of life. Describe how you desire to see yourself in 7 years in each of these areas. Make sure that your life is in balance as much as possible. Next is your 1-year objective goal sheets in each of the 7 areas of your life. After that, your 1-month activity goal sheets for each of the 7 areas of your life. And then your 1-week task goal sheets for each of the 7 areas of your life. And finally, your daily task list for each of the weeks within the 7 areas of your life. You may have up to 49 daily tasks covering each week, but some of these tasks are repetitive each day. An example of a repetitive task would be to take a 30-minute fast walk each day. This would be the same for each day of each week. Now, on the second week of the plan, you may want to increase that to 35 minutes each day. There is really no hard or fast rule on how the tracking sheets should be. If you like the ones that we provide for you, use them, or use them as an example for creating your own tracking sheets. The key is to keep it simple for you and don't obsess over the process tracking. Once we've converted it to an online program, it'll migrate and track most of this information for you automatically. If you find yourself spending an hour every day on tracking your performance alone, it's a sign that you may not be optimizing your time well. Keep it as simple as possible while ensuring that it captures the necessary information to serve your needs. Once your goal tracking is set up, try to keep the daily tracking limited to about 15 minutes per day. To effectively complete and track your objectives and goals, you must be patient for the results. Anything worthwhile is worth the effort and patience to endure, as it indicates in James chapter 5, verse 7 and 8. Dear brothers and sisters, be patient as you wait for the Lord's return. Consider the farmer who patiently waits for rain in the fall and in the spring. They eagerly look for the valuable harvest to ripen. You too must be patient. Take courage, for the coming of the Lord is near. Using a good tracking system to facilitate your review is important to ensuring that you're meeting all of your checkpoints each day and each week. This will guarantee the successful progress and the completion of your Life Plan Blueprint. Under the review process, the next step is key points to consider when reviewing your goals. As you review the results of your actions throughout the process, ask yourself the following questions. How are you progressing against your targets? Are you exceeding your expectations? Are you barely meeting your expectations? Or are you falling behind? What is helping you with your goal? Why is it working? How can you focus on this to further increase your results? Are there any opportunities to improve on what has been working? And next, what is not helping you reach your goal? Why is it not working? Can you do anything about it to turn it around? Should you abandon this task instead? What can you do differently in the future? How can you incorporate these lessons into your plans to maximize your chances for success? When you meet or exceed your targets, give yourself a reward and congratulate yourself. Consider whether you need to increase your targets at this point. After all, there is nothing better to keep the momentum going while it is still high. If you are not meeting your daily or weekly activities, tasks, and goals, it is likely that something is not set up properly in your strategy and or plan. Reassess and revise them accordingly, then proceed to execute your plan. So on our check for today, we started up the trail that covers the review phase of the WESPER framework. The crucial elements of review are to hold yourself accountable and to receive feedback on your progress. Tomorrow we will finish this 6th step as we cover the additional information on the review phase of your WESPER framework. This information is contained on pages 59 and 60 of your Life Plan Blueprint Workbook and Manual. The day after tomorrow, we will wrap up this series with a recap. If you've not done so already, make sure that you download your Life Plan Blueprint and encourage your family and friends to join us, and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, Creating a Legacy. That will finish our trek for today. Just as you enjoy these daily doses of wisdom, we ask you to help us to grow Wisdom Trek by sharing it with your family and friends through email, Facebook, Twitter, or in person when you meet with them, and invite them to come along with us each day. The journal for today's trek is available at wisdom-trek.com. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. As we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.